Hi, today we're going to be building this fully automatic wheat farm. I made this design with convenience and simplicity in mind, so it can be easily constructed at any point in your Minecraft world. It should take roughly 10 minutes to build once you have the necessary supplies. The most expensive part of this build is the singular hopper, costing only 5 iron, making it extremely cheap and simple to make. This design has an excellent rate of drops for its size. For my testing, you can get about 64 wheat per hour, and that's without sleeping through the nights when villagers aren't productive. When sleeping through the nights, you can double its efficiency. Because of this farm's simplistic design, it can easily be duplicated to increase drops if needed. It can also be converted into a module like this one, to make for an extremely efficient late-game farm once you progress through your world, that when fully upgraded can produce as much as 46,000 wheat per hour. As you can see, the materials needed are on screen. For the seeds, the amount shown is recommended. You can have a little bit less and the farm will self-fill up after construction. I suggest you pause the screen now and collect the materials. I will now briefly describe the simple mechanics that make the farm work. First off, farmer villagers can see through trapdoors. They're also not quite short enough to fit underneath them. So this farmer villager thinks he can access his job block, but actually can't, so he won't turn any of his seeds, or potatoes or carrots, into bone meal. This is important. The second concept is that two villagers that have food, being bread, potatoes, carrots, or beetroot, will share their food with each other. Farmer villagers can harvest that food and then share it. Other villagers will not be able to harvest it, but can still share. The third concept that was already known is that if you have a setup similar to this, if a villager tries to throw to this villager who's in this trapped area here, the items will bounce off this gate and go into a chest or into a water stream that you can set up. These three mechanics were well known in the Minecraft community. The next part that makes this farm special is this mechanic. When two farmer villagers are next to each other, or if one is trapped in a similar contraption to this, they will throw wheat to each other, as well as seeds. The only way that wheat farms previously worked was having rails and hoppers that were underneath the farmland. With a setup like this, we can then have it so we only need one hopper in between these two farmer villagers to capture all the drops. So, just to start things off, you're going to want to find a village, if you haven't already, as we're going to need 2 villagers for this farm. It's ideal to have the farm loaded in at all times. As it is fully automatic, it will continue producing wheat as long as it's loaded in. If you build the farm too far away, however, it might not be loaded in and will not produce any items for you. A nice tip is once you arrive in the village, it's smart to go and destroy their job blocks so that they become jobless and can help you later on in your build. It's good to locate an area that's relatively open or a nice flat-ish area that you can clear out for your build. Once you've found that, bring over your items required for the build that you've collected earlier. Let's go ahead and start on the actual building. So we're going to go and dig out a 3x1 here, place a double chest down, and a hopper going into it. Then we're going to go ahead and take one of our 2 spruce fence gates and place it that direction on the hopper. Once we've done that, we're going to make a nice ring shape here, including the fence gate as one of the blocks. We're going to go up 3 tall here. This is going to be our method for trapping one of the villagers in this area. Once you have this nice dirt tower thing, you'll come on up top here, and you'll hold shift, and you'll place a composter, one of the 2 you have, down in that hole. Now the villagers are going to be attracted to that composter, but they'll have no way to get there yet. So we're going to build a nice little staircase here. And if the time of day is correct, which it isn't right now, I'll go ahead and fix that. And if that's, if you have, oh, maybe the time of day is good. These guys are going crazy. Here they come. Yep, they love it. All right, so let's just make sure this guy doesn't go up there as well. Now that we have our farmer villager trapped, let's work on the actual area that's going to be farmed. So go 5 blocks away from this block here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a hole, place a water source in it, and then till everywhere that can be hydrated by this water source. So 4 blocks in every direction, diagonal included, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and lengthwise, so all directions from this water source. Great. Now it should look something like mine, where 4 blocks away from the water, everything's nice and tilled, and it'll get nice and hydrated. So now we're going to go around and place a perimeter of fences just along the side of every single tilled block, and then when you're done with that, put it back. Awesome. So it should look like this, and then we're going to go ahead and remove this center fence and switch it out with a fence gate, just so we can get in and out of here. Now that you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and make the bait for the villager, the farmer villager, to come in here and actually do all the farming for us. So you can place down 1 seed here out of the many seeds that you have, and you're going to take a composter and place it off the side of that seed, just above the water source there, like so. And then from there, you're going to take a fence post and place it on top of the composter. And then off of the fence post, in all 4 directions, you're going to place trapdoors, and then all of the corners of those trapdoors, you're going to place more trapdoors. Now we can let a villager in, as he'll be attracted to the composter. Now, go ahead and drop him all the seeds you were able to get, but make sure not to drop him more than 7 stacks, otherwise his inventory will be full and he'll be unable to collect any wheat. If you have extra seeds, you can go ahead and plant them here. If you don't, that's fine. It'll take some time, but he will eventually plant this whole plot himself. Now, one of the final steps, we gotta try and push this guy into the composter block. So if you're careful, you can push him a little bit. See if that doesn't work, you can try from a different side, and boom, he falls into the composter block, which is what we want. Then we're going to try and place a slab as low as we can, which is right here. And now let's go ahead and pretty this little dirt shack up a bit. So we'll take our stripped logs, or whatever block you choose, and we're going to put them too high in all of the corners. Just like so. And we're going to take our fences, and we're going to come along at the bottom of each one of these posts. We're going to make it a fence. We're going to take our spruce slab and put one on top of all the fences, except for this middle one, actually. We'll leave that one open. And we're going to put our bell there if we have one. And that'll increase the drop rates of the farm a little bit. And then we're going to take our spruce flanks and put them on top of the logs here. Wonderful. Then we can continue on with the spruce slabs, just making the roof a little nicer, like so. And we can use the gate to get in on this side, and do that on all 4 sides, and then on top of all these dirt blocks, boom, 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 in the middle as well. Have a lovely little point there. Then we can get rid of the final dirt blocks on the inside here, and those ones on that side too, and then we'll just connect this up on all 4 sides. Wonderful. And with that, the build is now 100% functional. It's just up to you to design it and integrate it better into your surroundings. Also, this farm works with carrots, potatoes, and beetroot as well. Thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, consider liking and subscribing for similar building content, and give me some feedback in the comments on the build or video style. I also wanted to thank ilmango and LogicalGeekBoy for some inspirational videos they made in 1.14 and 15 on similar farm designs for carrots and potatoes. The links to their channels can be found in the description below.